Hello, and thank you so much for downloading my free report, The 3 Secrets You Must Know Before You Start Your Business. My name is Vanessa Moon, and I know that you have a mountain of questions about how to start up a business. Things like, what do I offer? Where am I going to find clients? How much do I charge? What sort of credentials do I need? Where do I go to set up a business entity? All of these questions are valid. They really are, and I know they're very important to you. But if we're really being honest, those questions are not the real question that you need answered. In fact, most of these questions are a cover-up for the big question that's really looming in your heart. But before I tell you what that big question is, I want to share with you why those little questions are coming up. See, we ask ourselves these smaller, technical, mechanical questions about starting our business, and we get quite overwhelmed by all the details. We think we have to know before we can get started, but there's another reason we have so many questions in our minds. All of these questions actually serve a secret purpose. They keep us in confusion. Now, why may we want to be confused and uncertain? Well, if we're confused, we don't have to move forward and actually say, here I am, look at me, see what I'm doing right now? It's a way for us to remain hidden, a way for us to stay safe. Now, what are we so afraid of that we're keeping ourselves in confusion? That brings us back to the big question. The one my clients really want to know the answer to when they come in and work with me. The big underlying question they have is, will this business really work for me? Or will I end up living out of a cardboard box? It's okay to have fear, starting something new and reaching out of your comfort zone. All entrepreneurs have experienced it, myself included. I have to be honest with you. Not all business ideas are winners, and not all ideas are in alignment with who you are at the soul level. I've even known some that try to convince themselves that their idea must work, saying, I know I can make it happen, even though their results tell them differently. They're not getting any new clients or making any money. There's no guarantee that all ideas will work, and that's just the reality. At least, that's the reality most new entrepreneurs face. We are about to invest a lot of time and energy and a lot of our hearts into our business. How do we know that it's going to all pay off? How do we know that we'll be both personally and financially successful? See, this really big question that has us spinning our wheels, asking all those smaller questions, our mind gets very busy with. Well, here's the good news. There's actually a way to figure out if your business is going to be financially successful before you even start. Most people don't even know that this is possible, and so they stay stuck in the small questions. But here's the thing that guarantees financial success, and that's alignment to our soul purpose. We have to create a business that is congruent to who we are at the soul level. You know, we have so many ideas of who we think we are. Many of those ideas come from our environment. We even use labels, calling ourselves teachers, healers, artists, advisors, mentors, and the list goes on. We try to use words to define and understand us. However, they reflect these ideas that we have of who we might be, of who we think we should be in order to be successful. But if in our business we're not showing up as congruent to who we are at soul level, we are not going to be financially successful. Our souls are very unique and different. We have different areas of expertise and ways to do things. At soul level, we all have different ways of expressing ourselves. Until we understand who we are at the soul level, we cannot truly, authentically express who we are to others. We often hide in areas that are not our strongest. In fact, we expend a lot of time and energy struggling to improve ourselves and trying to make those areas the one we are best in. In reality, we are simply not naturally gifted in those areas, and yet all of our focus and energy is there. No matter how hard we may try, there's little success that can be had there. After a while, we become critical of ourselves. Doubt begins to creep in, and we start to feel like a failure. Problem is not the effort or the excitement that we put into what we're doing, but the fact that we're focused in the wrong area. If we are not working in alignment with our soul's purpose, then we are limiting what we are able to accomplish and the fulfillment we desire. We can only go so far in an area that's not our expertise. Let me illustrate this in a different way. Let's say our goal is to travel and we want to go somewhere overseas. The best and most efficient way to get there is to fly. When you're living in alignment with our soul's purpose, you fly to your chosen destination very conveniently on a private jet that you own. But that's not how most of us experience life, right? All too often, we try making other modes of transportation work with varying degrees of success. Some of us may have an inkling of who we are. It's as if you started a car. You could get to the coastline relatively easily, but then you would have to get very creative to get across the sea, perhaps get passage on a boat. You might get there eventually, but the path is very inconvenient. It takes a lot of problem solving along the way and takes more time. You still manage to get to your destination, but the trip looks nothing like you thought it would. It's certainly not a smooth and easy trip. Then there are those that are working in complete misalignment to their purpose. This is like trying to get overseas on just rollerblades. It takes a lot of effort. You may feel as if you're always going uphill and wonder if you're even getting anywhere because the scenery is barely even changing around you. If you persevere long enough to make it to the coastline, big feat, you will have to change something in order to survive and get to your destination. Swimming across the ocean in rollerblades becomes a daunting task, and most of us will give up. Just think we're not meant to get to our destination. We might even believe ourselves to be failures because we do not reach our goal. And when the next opportunity or inspiration arises, we become reluctant to try, jaded from our last experience. So you may be wondering, how can we know? How can we tell if an idea will let us fly or leave us spinning our wheels? That's where I come in. As a psychic, I'm able to connect to who you are at the soul level and know which ideas are in alignment with who you are and which ones are better left for another to pursue. I bet by now you're wondering if your current big business idea will really work for you, if that idea is going to feel like flying a private jet or swimming in rollerblades. You probably want to know if this idea will be the one that will fulfill all of your desires. If you want to know and are really invested in getting your own business going, then I invite you to fill out the application below for an opportunity to talk with me privately. During our conversation, I will take a very quick peek at who you are at soul level to see if your idea is congruent to who you are. We'll just have a quick look to see if you're on the right path for your own soul's purpose. In the application, I do ask for some personal information. It is necessary so I can connect energetically with you and only you. If I feel that I can serve you, I will send you a link to my online calendar so that we can schedule a time to talk on the phone. Please note that the number of these free sessions I have available are limited. So don't wait to fill out this application. I look forward to working with you. This is Vanessa Moon. Thank you so much for watching.